Recording in progress. Oh, so I just got a text.
Hmm?
I'm on this chat of a
War
group.
plans?
I'm a I was trying to be yeah, I just got a text on some information that I was included in the sharing of some information that of things that are going to happen uh later on today that yeah, we'll find out later. Don't worry about it.
We'll we'll
Uh
we'll, we'll check the papers.
in 2085 these texts that I was part of in this group chat will come out to the public, and our followers, our hardcore followers, will be smitten with the fact that just Tom was part of history.
So, do you want to be remembered in history? Do you want to have left a legacy?
Who doesn't?
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming everyone believes that the purpose of life is to be recorded in the annals of history. But
Speaking of anals,
yes.
the true reason why I don't sit at a desk, the true reason why I don't sit at a desk with a microphone and a cool background and circular lights in front of me like every podcaster does, like you do,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
right? You pay for a studio, right? You're in a building that you go to every morning in Saint Helier, um, and you have a full staff, as we heard earlier today.
I
That's in
am
the studio with you.
I am an edge lord. I have a full staff.
Yeah. Where I, on the other hand, are here in the warehouse.
Yeah.
And so why do I not sit at a desk with a microphone and lights and diffusers and backdrops like everybody else?
Hemorrhoids?
Yeah, I sit on a bucket. I sit on a bucket, so there's ease of flow, both out in both in the vertical and in the subvertical.
Wait. So are you sitting on the open brim of the bucket or is it flipped over on the solid
Oh, no,
brim?
no, no, no! It's an open brim on the open
Uh-huh.
end, and there's
Uh-huh.
about 5 inches of water
Okay.
in at the bottom of the bucket, so
So
that
so it's
yeah,
your throne. It's your throne. So you do have this delusion of your kingly disposition.
I am an edge lord.
Yeah, it's true. You're king of the castle.
So being a lord, I have to have a throne.
And you feel compelled to preserve your foundation on
I
a
save
daily
it.
basis.
So
Uh-huh.
after each recording, I take the contents of the bucket, I put it in a bag, and I close it, and I save it in this cabinet right here,
Do you preserve it
marked. It's
for
all marked.
posterity? Your
Well,
posterior posterity?
for our fans, for our fan base in 2078, um,
It,
the
it
it'll
will
all be
make an
there.
effective fuel source since we will have torn down all the forests
We will
and drained the
we
swamps.
our progeny will be warmed up by our
Excrement.
intelligence,
So they will be physically
by the
warmed.
fruits of our greatness.
Yes.
They will be warmed up in their post I don't know if it's going to be I don't think it'll be post apocalyptic. I doubt it highly.
Yeah.
But in a post world of what we know as today,
Yeah. So you
chances are that the world's really not going to be that different in 2082.
Well,
compared to
except
today.
for certain things like fashion, right? We'll have um,
I don't think so. I think the only difference will be these things that we're using to communicate right now.
I don't know,
It's,
the taint exposed accessories, for example.
dude, that's happening right now.
Really? Eh,
Yeah, you just don't follow fashion properly.
It
I guarantee you, if you go and look up Balenciaga's spring summer collection for 2025, I'm sure I think there's a Peter or
a Paul.
or or a taint or two showing. I guarantee it.
I will have to. I'll have to search that and make sure I clear my search history afterwards.
Yeah,
But
and nipples are exposed all the time.
that's true. That's true. The nipple has been completely freed from the
Freed
constraints. No,
from the
the,
constraints of the nipple jails and
the
nipple holders.
nipple holders, the nipple Gestapo, if you will. You
The
know,
the nipple SS. The nipple SS. Yes, you're absolutely correct. So
even though you don't
we
want a
have
nipple on
freed
your
and we
S.
have been successful.
You remember when we were talking
Why
about the
not?
James Bond, the guy with the third nipple, right? It's like you don't want just a random nipple placement.
You don't know. Some people have. Hey, if some people get off on hammer toes,
Well, then the stem cell research, for the ears on the
we can
back of your
grow.
back,
We could grow nipples on our buttocks.
yes, that would be very fucked up. To just have
Will you?
two little
I
nips
would
there.
like you. I would like. No, actually, it would be really cool because the curvature, the
Mm-hmm.
downturn of the buttocks, very similar to the downturn of the breast. So to have two
Yes,
areolas and two nipples
I'm
at the
I'm
bottom part of that would
I'm
totally make
pleased you
sense.
bring that up because there is a theory, because Homo sapien are the only species right now that
Yeah.
conjugate face to face.
Yes.
Okay. And this is a shout out to all the ladies, that our species evolution is entirely because women developed breasts, because other mammals that have mammary glands, and the primates, for example, they don't have large bosoms, right? The mammary gland is inside. It's closer to the muscle. They don't have the fat that
I
creates
don't
the
think that's
rounded. Hold
evolution.
on, hold on, hold on. Because we were used to entering from the rear, so the
Mhm.
male is accustomed to the curvature, right? So by bringing the curvature in front, it encouraged the male to the face to face, which made us more social of a species. See, so the transition from animal mind to human mind goes hand in hand with that. That being said, nipples on the buttocks allows us to
Would
go
be
back. Yes,
would
could
be
you
so
play with them?
convenient.
Yeah, it's so
Man,
easy.
you could just like. I'm going to disagree with you
It's
heavily.
just a theory, an evolutionary
It
theory.
is. Let me debunk that real quick.
Okay.
Um, you are familiar with people who, for career, they engage in athletic events
Yes.
as a career.
Yeah.
The more athletic those athletic events are, the more of a specific physique those people have.
So we're not talking about bowlers or curlers, for example. Curling requires zero athletic ability,
Correct. We are talking of the high physical activity spectrum.
like lawn darts.
Yeah, yeah. Or croquet.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of
Crochet,
walking.
is crochet
No,
considered
no, that's very
sedentary? Sedentary.
sedentary.
It's like sediment. It just sits there.
Yeah, it's a sediment. Sedimentary.
Mm-hmm.
Sedentary. Um,
Sedimentary, dear Watson. Sedimentary.
there you go. Uh, so the more physical the activity, the more physical the physique,
Well, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. So you take an athletician. What are they called?
Athletes. unless unless they're like doing mental gymnastics, you know, athletic mathematicians, athleticians. And
Uh,
if they're
so
pulling hairs out of the pubis one at a time, they're aestheticians.
there you go. There you go. I'm glad we cleared that. We
Oh,
cleared that up.
you have to
So
clear
if
it
you
up
take
one pube at a time.
okay, so you take an athletician of the female persuasion.
Yes.
Okay. Ah, the stronger the physique, the smaller the mammary glands.
Yes, the denser the mass.
Well, there's more muscle, therefore, and they work actively at reducing their body fat.
Mm-hmm.
So, therefore, they have less smaller mammary glands or
Mm-hmm.
less
Well,
fat.
yes.
Let,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
let's
yeah, yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
let's be right about this. So they have less fat, and to the point where all the some female athleticians have only mammary glands, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So the reason why the average female person has rounded bosoms
Mm-hmm.
is because they have less physical activity.
So they're lazy.
Our animal, our animal counterparts, parts, our animal counterparts have a very active life.
Ah, yes, you do.
They have to go search for food. They have to sleep on top of trees so that they don't get devoured while they're sleeping by other predators and so on and so forth. Therefore, their bodies are very lean. They have very low or small fat deposits.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, they don't have rounded bosoms. It's got nothing to do with the evolution of coitus.
So
Coitus is
coitus.
that's one of the new in the new presidential cabinet. That's a new office, right? The office of coitus.
Oh, is it? I did not know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's they had
Is it because they're a bunch of twats?
wow, that's very sexist.
Oh, well, I don't mean
That's
that.
very incent. Well, you did mean it. You used the words. You meant it. That's so
Yeah,
sexist.
it's true. I'm using a colloquialism that is based in the hierarchy of the patriarchy. I apologize.
And we should break the patriarchy, right? Because we should
Totally.
divorce it.
We should
Let's get divorced.
let's
Let's get
ki-
divorced.
let's kill the father. Okay, let's just be done
Kill
with
thy
it.
father
Yeah,
and divorce.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, it's a new office, the office of coitus,
Hmm.
where everything gets fucked.
Yes, yes, definitely. And without any lube, it's dry and rough.
It's yeah, it's dry and violent.
It's just
That seems to be the newest political way of operation,
I mean,
right?
it's come and gone many times
I
throughout
don't think it's
history.
coming at all. I don't think
It's
it's coming at all.
uh, you never know.
That's the problem.
That is a problem. So it's all the bent up
And the reason why,
frustration.
yeah, exactly, because society, we're moving too much. We're accepting of too many things, right? And we
Hmm.
discussed this before. We've broken down the rank and filing of things, right?
Hmm.
We've broken down the statutes of society, and therefore, I completely forgot what I was saying.
Well, I think you were saying that the hierarchical structures of human society as it's evolved, right? Uh, like you were talking about with the teachers before, you have to be a student before you become
Right.
a master. Becoming a master takes education, knowledge, wisdom through experience, failure, right? And then that way you can
Yeah, it
impart that
takes a lot
wisdom
of
on the
failure, right?
past, right? But if we build a structure where A, failure is considered bad, right? So our society in the modern age, especially this, we're merit based, right? But
Yep.
if you don't
Well,
achieve
we're
a,
supposed to be.
we're
Time
supposed to be,
out.
yeah.
We're
We're in
supposed to be
theory,
merit based.
we're supposed to be
We're
merit
we're
based.
we're breaking that down.
Exactly, we've broken it down for a long time, but this merit based concept, which is it's beautiful in theory, where you work, you achieve a certain level,
Right.
has become was twisted to, and this is a class structure warfare thing, where if you haven't achieved a certain level, which not everybody can achieve certain levels, everyone can
Absolutely.
achieve so much.
Absolutely.
So if you don't achieve a certain level, you are considered lesser as a human being.
Unless unless you swear your loyalty to someone at
Yeah,
a higher position, and then you automatically get brought
yeah,
into the section. So the very fight for the publicizing that we are moving. We want to be a more merit based society or political system is broken down by the mere fact that we're only going to hire people that commit to the higher
yeah, yeah,
to the higher positions
yeah.
or commit loyalty to the higher positions.
And the
So
thing is, yeah,
in practice, they're not rewarding people on merit. They're rewarding people on loyalty,
yeah,
which
and
is
the other problem is that there is this mistaken belief that merit based structures and civilizations are at opposed, are opposite to equality and equity of the individual, right?
mhm.
And you know, there's this notion you're going to become a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, this some high respectable member of society. Therefore, you are more important and also better. You have better qualities and qualifications as a human being than, say, the garbage man. Whereas I would argue that, sorry, motherfucker, the garbage man, the streets and sanitation workers are not only critical to the functioning of a society, they are actually more important, because ain't no doctor, lawyer, accountant going picking up shit,
I
right?
guarantee. I absolutely agree 100%. Oh, by the way, hold on. That
Yeah.
reminds me. I
Take a
gotta
shit.
switch. No, no, I gotta
You got to
clean
switch
my bucket.
buckets. You filled it up already? Well, I don't see the flap, the axis flap. It's not present. So are you sure it's going in the bucket, or is it just trickling down each pant leg one at a time? You know, because I think you might be making a critical error, and that's probably because you didn't go to engineering school, so you don't realize how physics actually works. And you're like, hey,
I, I didn't go to school at all. How many
yeah,
times do we have to go through
I
this?
know, which is interesting because you are so well versed in schools of thought, especially, you know, design principles. You were adamant in proclaiming that the instruction in the schools
Yeah.
today lack. So since you didn't go to school in an academic fashion, right? You didn't go as a
Hmm.
student. Were
Right.
you just sneaking in and peeping into the classrooms to gain that knowledge, or did you read it in a book? Did you make it up? Did you hypothesize,
I
perhaps?
did. Okay, have I not proven myself over and over
I
in
never said you didn't. I'm just
in
interested
our
in knowing
long
the
history?
origin story.
In our long history, I think I've proven myself over and over again.
You've proven yourself. I'll be
Sometimes,
honest.
yes.
You
Sometimes I've been wrong.
no, no.
Few, few
Many
times,
times you've been
few.
sometimes wrong, but
60% of the time, I'm 100% right.
no, I think it's 60% of the time you're right all the time.
100% of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's a pretty good ratio.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
but I'll be honest. The first time we met, when you walked into the paper mill, and you proceeded to just sit on a chair and spout, like I said, you're a font of knowledge, and you just
Mhm.
spouted. You started spouting.
I
Uh,
was professorial.
oh, very professorial. I think from the instant you walked in, and as I remember, the patrons of the
Yeah.
studio were sitting there perplexed at just what the hell is coming out of this man's mouth. And I sat there and I realized that there was a profound wisdom. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? And I mean it affectionately. You know, it's like you were thinking on a level that, as we've determined, is equal and opposite to the level that I think on. And therefore, it was like matter and antimatter coming together and creating cold fusion, you
Or
know?
hot fusion,
Or, yeah, that too, you know? So our
also
attempt,
known as hot mess.
yes, very hot mess, which is similar to hummus. Like if you eat it at the
Yeah.
wrong temperature,
It,
that's a
it's
mess.
it's semantics. It's
Yeah.
semantic. Hot mess, hummus. No, yeah, we create perpetual black holes.
Yes, yes. And
And of course, with every black hole, the most important part of the black hole is the event horizon.
yes, which
Um,
I am a supporter of the existence of the Black Horizon. You are an
and
opponent to the existence of the Black Horizon.
I'm the equal, and I'm the equal opposite, right? And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever that
You
saying is.
you are going against conventional wisdom in that case. You
I'm not
know,
going against it. I'm not going against it. I'm just I'm disproving it.
you're giving a different point of view. Well, you can't.
Or I'm giving the correct point of. It depends on how you look at it, I
Yeah,
guess. It's
yeah.
all point of view.
It's all
I guess
point
it
of
is
view.
point of view.
Yeah. So
Which is yeah, that's my favorite kind of film also.
the
Is
point of view, the first
point of view
person,
film.
the
Yeah.
third
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
You know, there's a big trend right now. If you're paying attention in the year 2235, this era, to show
Hmm.
how art influences culture and influences other arts, the video game industry in the past 10 years has produced a majority of games to be the third person view, where you see the character from his back
Yeah.
off centered in the camera
Right.
walking forward. That point of view became so popular that they're really starting to use it a lot
Hmm.
in film. But that view originally started back in the film noir era. And I'm thinking of like, fuck, what's his name? RKO Pictures. Dude,
I
one of my
can't
favorite
remember either.
directors. One of my Orson Welles.
Yeah.
Orson Welles really used that effectively in The Third Man, you know? One of the most like underrated gems ever. So he created that. It kind of disappeared because the Hollywood studio film needed to show the leading man, the leading actor all the time, the action star. And then it started coming back. So it's really interesting to see the cyclical nature of things
Yeah.
and how art
Yeah.
borrows from art.
It's yeah, it always goes back to the, well, it doesn't go back. We're
We're
reaching that point
it's a reach
because
around, is what it is.
it is because everything works in cyclical paths. So
Hmm.
yeah, everything is in reach around mode, which goes back to the new office of the the most important house, the office of coitus,
Hmm.
where reach arounds are not only the norm, but they're a necessity.
Do they also have a department of clitoral affairs?
Uh, yeah, of
Okay.
course they have to.
And they have,
They haven't found it yet. They haven't found it yet.
of course, it's impossible to find.
They're still searching for it,
Still searching.
but they put a lot of money and effort into the office of into that office. Yeah.
And they've dictated a penal code too, uh, to really
Yeah,
enforce.
a forceful penal code.
Force.
It's big. It's
It's
hard.
big.
Yeah, it's. I sometimes it's too hard,
It's not so
hard.
much about the size of the code.
It's
It's the
how they use it.
implementation. Yes, yes,
It's how you use the penal code.
yeah,
But if it's too hard and it's used roughly, then it only attracts a certain kind of politician or a certain kind of constituents,
yes. And if
right?
it's inserted improperly
Right.
into the annals of society, it comes out real
Into the
shitty
bowels,
into the
not the
bowels.
anals. That's the wrong phrase,
I
you
know.
doofus.
I well look,
It's
here,
the bowels of
the
society.
bowels of society. It comes out real shitty,
Sometimes,
and that attracts
I
flies.
thought that being from where are you from? Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Where's it that you're from?
Well,
Patriot.
it's actually
No,
Harrisburg. No, no,
Harrisburg.
no, no.
Being a patriot.
I relocated to Tampa Bay, but I was enamored by the Patriots, so I did work for them, voluntary work online to promote their
Got it.
brand and their
Ah,
team. Uh, they
okay.
they weren't very thankful. I was
Well,
disappointed.
if you were so uh, how can I say this in a very soft way?
Like use
If you
soft
weren't
S's when you speak
so
it.
if you weren't so
Stalkery,
eh, misogynistic,
misogynistic,
yeah, misogynistic.
Thought. Thaw? Are you trying to say with the th or the
Don't make fun of don't make fun of my
your speech
see what
impediment?
I mean? You're so insensitive.
Yes, I am. So
And
so
you don't incentivize your constituents.
no, I do not. I do not. Even though I
Maybe that's why you're an expatriate.
well,
Did you ever
yes,
think of that?
I am definitely an expatriate, and that's why in my travels I have decided to both proclaim my love for that time in my life, even though it was an abject failure.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a failure for lack of trying. You know what I mean? I think it
Yeah,
was a
but
failure for
yeah,
trying too hard. You know?
going again. See there what I mean? You
Yeah,
keep
it makes
going back
sense.
to the hardness.
Hmm.
So is that why? Speaking of origins, is that why you moved to Europe?
Well, I actually moved to Europe. It was a semi dare and
Mm.
an accident at the same time.
Ah,
I was intending on ending up in Tibet and becoming a Buddhist monk,
hmm.
but due to an unfortunate error in reading my ticket, I ended up in Saint Allures. And since I was
Ayur,
there,
Ayur,
I
Ayur.
look, I have the
I know
Patriot
you're North
accent.
American. You're North. Yeah, you got the Patriot Act going,
You
and
say tomato, I say potato. You say uh
It's the Patriot Act that ruined everything.
The Patriot Act
That's
ruined everything, and we know that. We know that now in retrospect,
yes.
even though we knew
In
it then when it started. You know what I mean?
in hindsight, 2020.
Well, in hindsight,
In hindsight, 60 minutes.
hindsight
The
is not the
Patriot
way
Act
I like to think about it. In maybe hind nipple, because
in
if
reach around,
in reach around, yes, yeah,
in reach around theory, in
it,
reach around theory.
it's a monster that devours itself. It's an Ouroboros, right? And
It is absolutely an Ouroboros.
and I like to think that as we discuss these concepts and we conceive of it and we know everything's in a cyclical nature, that we ourselves are part of this Ouroboros. So we are the Ouroboros men, it's as simple as that, you know?
We are both the head and the tail,
Tail, yeah. So we're eating
which is
shit
ultimately I
and
is
processing shit and
yeah, and
speaking shit.
which is also very kink oriented.
Oh, of course, of
It
course.
isn't it every I think I read a study
It's every young
done
boy's endeavor to try and fillet himself. Yes, it's true.
to eat themselves, right? I
Mm.
think that was a Pulitzer study, wasn't it?
I think it was a
No, a
pubitzer.
Kennedy Center. A Kennedy Center Pulitzer prize. No,
Pubitzer prize.
it was a Cribs. It was an MTV Cribs documentary. That's what
It
it was.
yes, it was the Kurt Vonnegut episode, as I recall. The of Cribs. I think it was called Hovels. Hovels for authors. You were talking about that author before. My favorite author of all time is Italo Calvino, or is it Italo? I
Italo,
Italo.
Italo
I
Calvino.
he the guy talking about Death Blossom of thought process.
Yeah.
He managed to string together 800 disparate concepts into like incredible narratives of exploring and understanding.
So when you make fun of me, when the rest of the world makes fun of me for speaking the way that I do in such long-winded circular manners,
Mm-hmm.
um, and yet we look up to people like Calvino.
Well, I don't mock you. I treasure you, but when people say those things about you, I tell them to shut up, close the door, get cozy, turn off the phone, get ready. You're about to read.
You're
You're
about to
about
get
to witness.
violated.
You're about to get mentally violated in a way that will leave you kind of like the scene in the Crying Game in the shower, just just things draining down on you, and you question why, but then ultimately you learn to understand and love and treasure that violation.
You learn to understand that you can't possibly understand,
Yeah, I know.
and by reaching that understanding, you've reached enlightenment.
So do you think it is it's a little pompous and arrogant and self-serving to say, "Oh, I understand that I don't understand. Therefore I have reached a level." And you don't understand that you don't understand, and therefore I have achieved a level that you haven't. Is
I
that
think it's only pompous. I think it's only pompous if you use that second part of the sentence.
but undoubtedly you do think that second part of the sentence by default, that thought emanates in your mind because you either offer sympathy for the person, you pity the person that hasn't reached that enlightenment, or you disdain the person who intentionally purposefully doesn't seek out that enlightenment.
I'm going to make a connection for you again.
Mm-hmm.
The other day we spoke about whether a tree falling in the forest
Mm-hmm.
makes a noise
Yeah,
or makes a sound, whatever
yeah,
the.
if you're not there to hear it.
Okay. And we spoke about this extensively.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is that because our reality is subjective, right?
Mm-hmm.
that it doesn't matter because the tree doesn't exist
Mm-hmm.
from a human existence point of view. So it is not whether or not it's not bad for me to think or for anyone to think that because you don't understand me, you're lesser, right? And as you were saying, by making the previous statement, you're inevitably thinking and then possibly expressing the second statement, which I
Mm-hmm.
said it's only ego if you express the second statement, to which you said, well, if you think about it, no. If you think about it, it doesn't exist in anyone else's reality.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't exist. It's not a negative thing. It's only when you verbalize it that you bring it into existence,
This
then it becomes a problem.
and this brings us back to the beginning. The first thing you said when you came in to the paper mill was that the art, the concept, when it's in your
Mhm.
mind, is yours. The instant
Absolutely.
you put it out into the world, it's no
The
longer
moment
yours.
the moment you make that first mark, it
Yeah.
ceases to be yours.
And it exists to the world to observe and have a relationship with and
Hmm.
understand. And it makes sense. It makes.
Without any of your input,
Mm-hmm.
because you could say anything that you want, but ultimately the viewer is going to interpret it for themselves, regardless of what you say.
Of course, of course.
So it doesn't mean anything.
So, so our task as creators, as artists, Tesla as artists is to bring to life our concept for others to interpret and enjoy and discuss and either glean
Talk amongst
understanding.
themselves,
Yeah, talk,
discuss amongst themselves.
discuss
So
amongst yourselves. So it no
bringing
longer
it
becomes
back,
ours.
yeah, bringing it back to a full circle because we are at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we talk about real life, right?
Yeah,
We
because nothing
nothing
is
is
funnier than real life.
because nothing is funnier than real
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
We but it's don't take anything that we say without any grain of salt because we are not professionals. We are
or
not
vaguely Mediterranean spice mixes.
or any yes because we don't know if it's factual. Anything that comes out of our mouth is even true.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Although it could be a little bit made up,
So,
but it
so
could be completely true.
yeah,
So ultimately, this entire thing is performance art.
yeah, it is. Which brings me back to a very important point. It's the Performing Arts Center in the Bronx. It's a very interesting place, don't you think? The Bronx.
Architecturally, that place is very interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
I absolutely love it.
because it
Uh,
actually does not exist. It's just an open space. And we're talking about black box theater. They're open space theater. They just go there and they perform in the wild, and people have to imagine that it is a castle in the sky or a zoo.
but think about, man, you are being so fucking racist. I think you need to stop.
What are you talking about?